Man, that looks good.
Wow, geez.
Really good.
Thanks.
Yes, thanks. Wow.
Holy mackerel. There's not a green vegetable.
Holy mac and
I
cheese.
didn't get pickles. What?
I want to talk some more about your record. You got a huge string section on the record, but when you start the record, you didn't know that you're going to have strings. Am I right?
By the time we pressed record, we had about $20,000, so I felt like we were going to pull off the strings and the gospel songs.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to manufacture the CDs. I didn't even know how much it was going to cost. I had no idea.
Yeah. I was surprised when I heard the gospel singers because I just never heard another girl's voice. How did you feel about that when you heard another?
I was so excited.
Yeah.
I have to say, they're probably some of the most talented musicians I've ever worked with because they came in.
Just natural singers.
They came in. They heard the songs, they went into the control room, and they sang the parts, maybe 1 or 2 takes.
And so what are you going to do with it now? How do you put it out there?
Nothing.
Do you have extra money for to get publicity or like?
Well,
are you looking for a label or what's the deal?
I mean, I've been on the phone a lot. I've been talking to managers and I've been talking to PR people. And people say, how much money do you have? And I say $5,000. They think that I'm talking about the budget. That's all the money I have.
you're like $5,000 and a '92 Volvo wagon.
Yeah. Right. I'm quickly realizing that the concept of gathering a team around this is going to have to be an innovative endeavor.
Yeah. Back when I did Good Life, I had such little money. I made the whole record for about $4,000 in Brad Jones's living room. I pressed them up and I sent them all out to the press myself. And I got a lot of press off of it. Like, I know you didn't have, you had no budget. You didn't know how you were going to make the record.
I really didn't know if we'd get 2,000 or less. I had no idea. I was never really in good touch with my fans over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, I would send out an occasional email.
Yeah.
But I was very late to MySpace, and I think it was about a year ago that I just turned that all around and I signed up for everything under the sun. Yeah. Even Bebo.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Bebo?
No. Explain.
Bebo, I don't know. I don't have one fan on it, but I'm a member.
Nice.
And I wasn't working, and I was feeling, I didn't know I was paralyzed. I didn't know how to move forward. I had no money. I had no income, really. I mean, I was doing some shows, but even that was kind of fading.
How were you living?
It's a very good question. No, I was living with my friend Sarah Hannafin. She was divorced. She had a pretty big home up in Connecticut. No, I lived there for 2 years.
That place that I went to.
Yeah, you came to see. Yeah, she has got the 2 little kids, and she works full time. So I was helping her out. I mean, I wasn't like a full-time nanny. I wouldn't say I worked like that kind of thing, but I think I was there for her to help with her kids.
Wow.
And with the yard, and but now I just suddenly woke up and I realized I'm living in rural Connecticut and I haven't made music for 2 years, and I don't even know if I have fans.
Yeah, you feel kind of isolated from the whole experience.
Completely isolated. Well, I think I spent a lot of years really attached to this idea that I have to be a musician, that I have to make a living as a musician. And I think I'm realizing that I don't actually have to do either of those things. I have to be happy, and I have to take care of myself.
Yeah, to keep.
I think I'll always. I hope I always make music. I think
you will.
I hope so.
I think this record is going to do well for you. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I mean, I really think it's a powerful piece of work. And I think when you do something that has that kind of passionate core, it's not just style. It's not just some, rad creation. It just, it finds its way out there.
It's interesting. I know that it's good. I know that it's good, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there's an audience for my music. I have to have a small core of incredibly loyal and generous people that I'll call my fans. Yeah. But that's enough, in a way. I don't know if I have to make it anything more than that. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, great. Yeah. I mean, it's great.
It's already a success. It's already a success. Yeah. You already raised the money. You already had people like basically pump $40,000 into your operation to make the record and to get it out.
And it wouldn't have happened.
And that is a success in and of itself.
That's how I feel about it. I feel like this album wouldn't have been made. It exists because of these people. Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of energy around it and support.
Maybe that makes you play better.
I
feel like it does.
There's more at stake. I mean, I feel like people And when I say people, I mean my fans. When they wrote checks so that I could make this album.
Yeah.
And not that I was doing it for them, but I don't know, it just was a sense of certainly gratitude and wanting them to feel like they didn't make a mistake.
Right.
You know,
you felt responsible for them.
Yeah, I wanted them to feel like I wanted them to feel proud of it.
Yeah.
And proud to have been a part of it.
It's a different feeling than just getting an advance or get from a sort of more phantom kind of entity, you know?
Right.
How much would you have paid for this record if you were still on Capitol? How much would it have cost?
I don't even, I guess 75,000.
That's all?
Maybe more. I mean, I'm guessing. I mean, it cost,
I'm thinking 90 or 100.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, probably, because let's see. Normally somebody, well, I don't want to talk about what people get, but I guess I don't know. You know, when I was on Capitol, I never really looked at the budgets.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not even sure what it cost. It cost a lot.
It cost a whole lot. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
I know, I'll give you an example. This kind of blows my mind.
Yeah.
I ended up working, I'm not even going to give names here because I don't know, I think it's a little shady how this all went down, but this one producer wanted to go into A&M Studios and record a song because he wanted to use a Neve board. A Neve board. So we did that. It was like $25,000.
Yeah.
Well, it ended up, well, and I don't want to badmouth it. Well, yeah, I do want to badmouth it, actually. Well, we ended up making this big part of the recording on a Mackie.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of mad about that.
No, I understand. I learned that with Brad.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
I learned that with Amy. That's hardly dishing.
I just think this
what are you apologizing to me for?
I don't miss that kind of thing at all. That's so. It just.
All my records with Brad were on a Mackie.
I could live on $25,000 a year.
For
Not
producer?
well, but I could.
Oh man.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess I think what I'm really worried about is my car breaking down. Because it's got about 250,000 miles on it.
250?
Yeah.
I've got 170 on mine.
You're gonna have to
I got a Volvo.
up.
What Volvo do you have?
I've got the 240 DL. Yeah.
I got a 240, but it's not a DL.
I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I'm going to be fine. I think my goal right now is, honestly, I really need to make a living.
Yeah.
And I need to continue to make music because that makes me happy, but I don't know how the two are going to intersect. I think that's very much up in the air because I'll either be making a living or I'll be looking for a job, possibly as a florist.
Yeah. Hey, and on that note, here's to your new flourishing florist business.
Who knows?